Well, whenever we start an SEO consultation for a business client, what we focus on is, okay, what is your industry? What is your market? How would someone find you? And can you provide content that the search engines will locate that is relevant to what you're actually, wanting to show? So here we have 6 results. Okay, so I'm going to hit the back button now. And could someone write down 6? Okay, we're going to go back again. And I'm going to go on to investment in retirement. And if I hit the back button, I hit the space bar, then it says investment in retirement plans. So if I go here and I put in that, I get 104 million. I have to go back, put the little quote in. It gets a little tedious. Okay? Now here's 84,000 results. 84,000 results with investment in retirement plans in quotes. Okay? This is the process I want you guys to think about when you're deciding on your blog post, your page title. How many people know what a page title is? All right, everyone knows what a page title is. Okay. Your blog post title in WordPress is the same as your page title, generally speaking. Okay? There is one other thing that you can actually do with an authority site. You can actually work on the description. So like when you look at these right here in this yellow box, these are all sponsored results. Down here, these are natural results. So this company right here is the leader in that.
Also called organic, right?
Organic results, yeah. So here we have related publishing articles, investing in stock option, blah, blah, blah. And what I recommend you do when you're sitting down doing your research is read some of the competition. So this is tactic number 1. If you read my blog, tactic number 1 is to study your prey. So you want to study who in this top 10 that you're going after is sort of like a manipulated site. Doesn't really have any good content. It's just copying someone else and just putting it up there just to get traffic. That's your target, because you want to push them to page 2 and put yourself in page 1, right? So you want to find somebody like that. And you want to make sure that you also have some content that will support it. So what I wanted to show you guys next, does everyone understand that principle? So supposing you went and you repeated this process. So let's go back through the process again. Now I'm going to introduce to you a tool that we invented to simplify this. So it takes this process. You should probably spend about an hour. Give yourself an hour per topic. How would you like to have a tool that you just push it in and in 5 seconds it just gives you that 1 hour of results, right, organized neatly for you? Does that sound like something that would be useful? Okay. That's why we invented this, because we got tired of spending all this time doing this research. So number 1 is you want to use the keyword tool. Now everyone who talks about SEO, including Rob 4, uses the keyword tool. Why do you want to use a keyword tool? Because you want to figure out if it's worth it. If you want to bother even going after that industry.
I have a quick question for you. When you first did the search for keyword tool, there was AdWords keyword tool. Then there was Google keyword tool.
They used to be separate. Now they're all one and the same.
Is it the same?
It's the same, yeah. So this is the AdWords tool. It's called keyword tool, and it is the AdWords. Okay? AdWords only will tell you how many searches are showing up. Like this right here is AdWords, and this right here is AdWords. Okay? This right over here is what people are actually typing in. That's called the Google Suggest tool. The only way to figure out the Google Suggest tool is by typing stuff into that box or doing a search for other services that do suggest. Okay? So what we want to do is start with the keyword tool, the AdWords one, just to establish how much traffic is flowing on that keyword. Then we want to go in and we want to start picking suggested phrases. Okay, and then 3 we want to put in quotes. 1, 2, 3. 3 simple steps. Put it in quotes. And then write down that number. Write down the number of competing pages. So like that one that we had 6. The other one was 83,000, right? Well, chances are that this 83,000 is going to be pretty difficult for you unless you're like, an investment firm to justify being ahead of all those other people. But this guy that's 6, you will. So I'm going to tell you a story. It's completely unrelated. It's not even a business story. Okay? We were watching television, and we saw, one of our commitments with this blogging club that we belong to is we write one blog post every day, and if you miss one, you got to make it up. Okay, so that gets you in a rhythm. So I hadn't done my blog post for the day. We were watching television, and an AC/DC concert came on. How many people have heard of AC/DC? Would you say that's a fairly popular band? So I had this insight. I said, wow, what if I wrote my blog post as I'm watching the show? Because it's a concert, I can listen to it and stuff like that. So I finished my blog post, and I just went through the process I explained to you. And let me just, what Google came up with was that a lot of people are searching for, is there going to be an AC/DC tour in 2013? So, see that, right? AC/DC 2013 tour? Okay, this right here, in the number 2 position, is my blog post. That one blog post gets 500 visitors a day. Now, let's run the math. On average, my blog posts make 10 to now 500 visitors per post per day. Okay? And I have over 150 posts in my blog. And it's growing. Now here's the interesting thing. My blog now is starting to pick up where people are reviewing my blog in their blog. That's pretty amazing. Okay? I'm going to show you the tool now that I use to generate this result. And now, it's not just this result. Let me explain something here. At that time, it was confirmed, and that was the exact phrase that the tool gave back to me. What started to happen was I went after the niche phrase, right? The niche phrase, like the 6 that we talked about earlier. And I just tacked on the really competitive words to the end. At this moment, when I run the analytics on this, there's over 20 or 30 key phrases that were all in the top 10 surrounding the band AC/DC. Pretty much now, almost everything having to do with the tour, the music, the concert, and AC/DC is going to ultimately end up at my blog.